How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here, bringing another episode in the Pokemon TCG series. And kind of jumped in right at the start of a new event I'm jumping into. I was building towards my Decidueye deck, and I realized that there was actually quite a few cards that I needed. And, well, what better way to do it than jump into an event and have some fun whilst doing it. Now, I figured I've played Cinderace a few times, I've played Blazing Volcano a few times, and a deck I haven't actually played in quite a while is Unseen Depths. And this is a deck that generally does pretty well for me. I've done fairly well in past events with the deck, so I figured, hey, why not? It's a good reason to play the deck, and it should perform decently well. Do I want a Pokemon Fan Club here? Do I need to? I don't think I need to. I'm just going to go for a draw 3 and see what I get, and kind of go from there, which is not bad, because I actually drew into the Empoleon, which is what I needed for the next couple of turns. So, not a bad start. So yeah, I'm going to be playing through a few events with this deck. I do think Unseen Depths is a very reliable deck. Just the power of hitting the bench with Empoleon is so good. Which makes it very good for events. Let's see if we can get lucky here. I'm a little bit scared of a switch, which will knock up my Prinplup on this next turn. So I sincerely hope that doesn't happen. I'm actually very tempted to switch out here. I think I might actually do that and get some nice catches off. I think I'm going to do that just to be on the safe side, because I'm a little bit scared that Apalm comes in and just destroys me. So let's just switch these two out, and let's get some nice catches going. And maybe next turn I can go for Bye-Bye Throw. Unfortunately, my opponent is sitting with 70 HP with Fion, so it's a bit of an awkward spot for Bye-Bye Throw. Yeah, I'm glad I made that play. I'm very glad I made that play, because otherwise we would have been losing Prinplup there, which will be an Empoleon very soon. So I'm very happy with that play. Definitely can't complain too much there. If my opponent's not even able to switch out, I can just rotate my Empoleon in next turn and knock out their benched Apalm. But I'll be very surprised. Ambipom, sorry. I'll be very surprised if this Fion stays in the active spot. Very surprised. But ooh, it does. Okay, well, I'm very okay with that. And I actually drew a switch as well, which makes my life that much better. So I can switch out into that Empoleon. I can go for roller skates. Let's get a nice draw going. Not bad. It's a bit late for that. So let's get the Prinplup down. I'm going to hold into Pokemon Communicator as I may need it next turn. I'm going to hold into this energy because I don't know what's going to happen with this energy. Now the thing is, I can either knock out this Ambipom, which will put me in a really good spot compared to my opponent, or I can knock out this Prinplup, which quite frankly I think is a bigger threat. Now, I'm very torn knocking that out. Because things like, what are the chances they have Empoleon? I don't want to risk it. Like, the thing is, with Unseen Depths, the whole point of the deck is Empoleon. And it's what I'm truly worried about. Like, I can take a hit from Ambipom. It's not ideal, but I can take a hit from Ambipom. Whereas I can't take a hit from... I can't risk my opponent setting up an Empoleon. It's kind of the key point of the deck. And that is a big part of playing Unseen Depths, is identifying your opponent's win con and getting rid of it. And that's generally how you do better. Now, unfortunately, that did come in, and this is going to hurt. My opponent's probably going to knock out my Empoleon from this, which is very unfortunate. But I might actually go for Tate and Lisa. I actually like that play. Go Tate and Lisa to switch out. I think I'm going to go for that play, because I want to try and preserve this Empoleon as much as possible. So let's Tate and Lisa. Let's switch back into Ambipom. Let's get that energy there. Nothing I can really do with this hand. Let's just go for Bye-Bye Throw, and I'll kind of see how things go after that. I definitely don't need those two basics. And now I'm sitting in a pretty good spot. I'm definitely up in energies of my opponent. I've got a much better board presence than my opponent. My opponent basically has nothing. I mean, like, even involving the Apalm now. Cool. I'm not concerned. And Fion, whilst irritating with Whirlpool Suction, it's not going to do much. I wouldn't be surprised seeing a Whirlpool Suction here to slow them down, so that they'll be able to get the Ambipom off. Which would be a bit frustrating for me, but... again, it's not really the end of the world. Yeah, I think they'll do that. I'm actually going to Piplup here. I might be able to get a retreat off, which is my logic. I just need 1 energy. I just need to draw 1 energy from this, and I can rotate Ambipom back in. So let's see. That works. Yeah, I can discard a card to get an energy. So that'll definitely work for me. Let's do this. Let's discard Pokemon Fan Club. I think it's way later than I need it right now. Let's get this energy down. We can retreat there. We can go for a Pokemon Com. Let's drop this. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to use Lily now anyway. To bring this Prinplup in. Let's get that evolution going for the next Empoleon. And let's draw up nicely. That looks very, very good. And let's go for Bye-Bye Throw. And I don't need another one of you. And Psyduck. I think the energy is more valuable right now. And I got a second Empoleon already. So I'm sitting in a very, very comfortable position here. Where, unless my opponent has an amazing couple of turns, I've probably got this in the bag. And like I said earlier, a lot of that comes from identifying what your opponent's win con is and playing around that. Because yeah, sure, Ambipom was a problem. And it was frustrating to deal with it. But it was easier to deal with that than an Empoleon. So I'm happy with the plays I made. I think it was the right plays. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get a KO here on this Kyogre. I'm curious where these energies are going to go. Alright, they're going to go on the Kyogre. Which I think is time to then come and say hello to my other Empoleon. I'm going to set up my weak Empoleon. Actually, let me set up my big Empoleon just in case. Let's get this energy down. We can get Kyogre down. And let's get a fresh hand and see what we can get. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then let's go for Recall. And let's go for Bubble Hold. So the Kyogre can do nothing. Again, just very, very control-y deck. This deck often does come down to just controlling the flow of the game. And just stopping the opponent from doing anything. Which I've done fairly effectively this game. I mean, my opponent hasn't touched their prize cards yet. Which is very good for me. Obviously, unfortunate for my opponent. But it really does showcase the power of Unseen Depths. And this is a mirror match. So I'm very happy with how this game has gone. I did definitely get good draws when I needed them. And there's the concede. Right. Well, the concession. Alright, let's see if we get. 25 points, not bad. I would have rather actually done for some event tickets. So I'm running a bit low on event tickets, but I guess I do still have quite a few of them. So I'll pick this up again with the start of the next match. See you then. Alright everyone, so thankfully not too long of a wait, but irritating as it always is with these events. But now we can jump into the second round. Alright, let's see if we can go into something nice. I'm curious what the next deck is going to be I'm going up against. I'm assuming I'm going to run into Charizard at some point in this. Interesting. This is a bit of an older deck. I'm surprised they went through the first rounds. That's really, really good plays from them. I do want to go first? Yes, please. Ooh, okay. Not terrible. I guess I'm going first. So if I can draw into an Ambipom, that'll be great. It's not that bad. I got a Roller Skater, I guess, for next turn. So it's not that bad. Let's get the energy down here. Get that down there just in case. And I guess just pass the turn of Flower. Sure. Okay. Well played to them for getting through the first round with an old type deck. It's very difficult to get through events with the older theme decks, especially from like the X and Y series. So definitely props to my opponent for getting past the first round. Okay, going for jab. Fair enough, fair enough. I can respect that. Let's get Roller Skater off to see what we get. Ah, that is a really bad opening hand. Okay. This is not what I want. Man, this is not what I want. So I'm tempted to force that switch. just to buy myself some time. I'm a little bit scared of doing this because I don't have a bench. So I'm quite scared of doing that, but let's see. It might buy me a turn or two, because I really need a basic Pokemon right now. Really need a basic Pokemon right now. Alright, let's see what's happening. Okay. I was very worried about that. If I got the evolution in this game. Okay, I've got one more turn. I have to get a basic Pokemon out right now. Come on. Oh, okay. It's still not fantastic, but it's a serious improvement. Like, at least it's something. Let's go Tail Smack. I was very worried there. This was very close to just getting wiped. Whew. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a tough game, because I'm definitely playing from behind, which is not great. If I can get my Empoleon online, I'll be okay. And I'll be sitting in a very good spot. It's not great right now. It's not great right now, but it's not terrible. I don't want to Cynthia or Tatanese yet, because I just need one more turn. Should go for water drip. Alright, can I just hold on one more turn? If they knock at this Prinplup now, I'm going to be so sad. Because I could have Cynthia this turn. Which would have been the safer play. I was just banking on them not evolving. And not knocking out this Prinplup. I can't remember exactly how much damage the evolution does. Okay, I'm fine. Alright, I should be okay. Now that Empoleon is online, I should be okay. And the big thing is, it means I can reset my hand, which I desperately need to do. Usually I would play Forbidden Forest here. But I don't want to give my opponent... Oh, what is happening? The chance to get too many basic Pokemon out. Pokemon Com, I'm going to drop Prinplup, and let's bring out another Piplup. Yeah, let's get that ball rolling soon. Let's drop that down there. Let's get that draw energy going. Okay, not great. Let's just go over Bubble Hold. Let's see what we can do. Still not fantastic. I'm not sitting with the best of hands. And this was a very scary game. But it's not terrible. Okay. Terrify is not going to hit me. Lightest World, they can bring supporters back. Which is something. Man, that earlier would have wrecked me. If they got that prof off earlier, it would have been game. Fair enough. Good play for my opponent there. Makes a lot more sense. Alright. At this point, I think what I'm going to do is not attach an energy this turn. I'm going to leave Spiritomb there, because Spiritomb doesn't do anything. I'm just going to direct dive and get rid of what I'm actually scared of. Well, not scared of, but what I respect. What I think could be a problem later on. Because Spiritomb is not going to do anything against me, because Empoleon is just going to sit here. And Empoleon doesn't care. Now, if that Ghibli evolves, I can be in a little bit of trouble. So I'd rather get rid of that. And like I said, I'm very happy with Spiritomb sitting there, because it's going to take 15 turns to knock me out. So, cool. Enjoy. So I'm not worried about that. So I'd rather hit their bench and get rid of things which could be a problem to me. Let's see what they do. Terrify, I'm not a basic Pokemon, so I'm not even worried about that. Let's go for Pokemon Fan Club. We can bring out a Kyogre just in case. And I guess a Psyduck just in case. Let's get these going over there. Let's get another energy down. And let's go for recall. Let's go direct dive. And let's get rid of that. Just getting rid of whatever value my opponent has. Just, I don't want to give them energies. I don't want to give them tools. I don't want to give them any opportunities to cause me problems. I just need 3 more knockouts. We're going to continue targeting their bench and getting rid of easy knockouts. I think I'm sitting pretty at the moment. Without tackle, it's not going to be an issue. It's very unlikely they're going to get it off anyway. Alright, let's see. Timer board, fair enough. They're getting a head. They got one heads out. Presume they're going to be wanting to evolve the Hippopotas. Oh, they're going for the Gabite. Interesting choice, considering that if they play a Gibble, I'm just going to knock it out. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, but okay. Fair enough, bring back the draws. It's the best play to make in that position. So that's not bad. In terms of everything here, there's nothing I really need right now. So just drop that energy once again and just rinse, wash, and repeat. Do I want to... Let me actually draw 3 just to get my hand a bit fuller. I'll hold on to that for now to maybe surprise my opponent. Let's go recall, let's go direct dive, and let's just get rid of those energies. I wanted to stop my opponent from having the chance to do anything. I want to completely shut them down. It might be a bit of overkill at this point, but I would rather play safe than sorry. And there's the concession. Alright, that was a bit of a stressful game. Those first like 3 turns, I genuinely could have lost very easily. So I'm glad I actually came to that. Man, I really actually want to get more event tickets. I really don't care for 25 more coins. I really, really want those event tickets. Alright, looks like my opponents are still playing it out. So I'll pick this up once again once I jump into the next round. See you all soon. Alright, hello everyone. We are finally back. That was a long wait. Almost 10 minutes. So let's jump into the final round. It's one of the frustrating things about playing event. Like, it just takes so long. Like, I can have basically double the amount of games when I'm just playing normally. Ooh, we actually went through this event without seeing a Charizard deck. But we are going up against Soaring Storm, which is a very difficult matchup. It's definitely a deck I highly respect. Not respect highly. I don't want to go first? Yes, please. Alright, let's see what we can get going this game. Yeah. Well. If I can get to like turn 3, I'll be sitting... Turn 4, I'll be sitting pretty. But, until then, not so much. I do have Confusion Wave, which is actually ironically really, really good against, like, basics. And we got a Grimer. Lovely. I'm still going to try and confuse it and see what I can do. Yeah, that's kind of the best I can do. So let's get that purple up going, and I wouldn't mind getting... Ooh. Okay, this is a bit awkward. Let's then go for a Kyogre, just in case I need to reset a bit. Alright, so let's go 1, 2. Let's get that down there. Let's start the Confusion Wave. If I get really, really lucky, my opponent can deal some damage themselves now, which would be great for me. It'll definitely make my life a lot easier. And it might just slow down their collects a bit, which again, would be good for me. Right, fantastic. That's really good. If they do that one more time, I'm actually in a really, really, really good spot. Bit of an awkward draw, but that's alright too. Just gonna put that energy down there for now. And... Does this attack actually matter? Not really. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna pass the turn. Because the thing is, if they go for a collect here and they knock themselves out, I'm actually in a really, really good spot. This is good for me. Okay, this is very, very good for me. Unlucky for my opponent, certainly. Let's see. Alright, that was a poor choice for my opponent. Because now I can just go for a very easy retreat here. Let's go there. Let's get rid of the water energy. And let's say hello. I'm not going to drop that energy. I'm just going to go for a bubble hold. Because I don't want Tornadus doing anything next turn. Let's just put that down and see what my opponent does from there. So I was able to recover this game, which was quite good. I was certainly concerned earlier. This leaves me a bit of a conundrum, right? Because I would really like to get rid of that Dragonair before it becomes Dragonite. And I can take 80 damage. That answers my question. Right, well that definitely eases things up a bit. I would much rather get rid of that Dragonair. Dragonair going to Drag Knight is much more of a threat than even a 3 energy Tornadus, which I certainly don't want to face, but I can deal with it much easier than I can deal with a Drag Knight. And with him sitting in the Grime in the active spot, they've now got to use a switch resource to actually go back into Tornadus. Which I'm okay with him at least having to expend that. So that's at least something. So my camera's sitting in a really weird spot today. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to be sitting straight, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah, because like this is me sitting straight, so I don't know what it's doing today. Let me try and move it, but it might just make it worse because you might see my green screen. Let's see. There. Nope, too much. So everyone, I know this is like in the middle of the video, but it's really bugging me now looking at it. That's better. Alright, let's see what my opponent can do from this. They are charging up their bench, which is a little bit frustrating. And I'm not getting a lot of energies from this. That might have been a really dumb play unless I draw an energy from that. Alright, I'm good. Let's put that energy back. You know what? I'm just going to go recall. I'm going to go direct dive. I'm going to get rid of that in case they evolve it. The other option there was knocking at the Chincho, which could have gone into Lantern, which would have been frustrating. But getting rid of my opponent's draw mechanic is really helpful for me, because it just slows them down that little bit more. And plus that evolution would have been a bit of a problem there. Now I move my camera too much. Now this is irritating me. There we go. I probably moved it right back to where it was, which is really ironic, because this was one of those mornings. But hey, that's alright too. Alright, it looks like they're going for the retreat to go into Thunderous Gale, which is a bit of a problem. Because the option here, right, is... I was a bit worried about that Lantern. Alright, I think I'm going to have to knock out this Tornadus here. And the reason for that is I don't want to get knocked out by Thunderous Gale next turn. Now obviously they could have another Tornadus, but at least it's a bit of a safer bet. I think it's the best play, because putting 100 damage on that Thunderous doesn't really matter. So let's go recall, let's go direct dive, and let's knock that out. Unfortunately, going to put an energy on Lantern, which is a bit frustrating. It's not the end of the world. I am running into the slight problem with this deck now, which is the case of I don't have any energies attached, which is where the Kyogre really comes in and is useful. But I am sitting in a little bit of an awkward spot. If my opponent can hang around for a little bit more, that'll be fantastic as well. At least I won't get a Thunderous Gale out this turn. So there is that at least. Okay, they are getting ready for it though. The energies aren't in the right spot though. So there is that. Let's go here, let's go recall, let's direct dive, let's go to the draw mechanic. Basically, unless they can knock me out this next turn, I've got this game. Oh, there's the Fion, which I was looking for earlier. Yeah, Unseen Depths is strong. Unseen Depths is still such a really, really strong deck. I mean, this was a relatively easy game. Granted, my second game was a bit stressful with a very bad hand. But I mean, this game and the first game were really easy. It just really comes down to identifying what your opponent's win cons are and what they can really pressure you with. And then it's kind of just playing around that. Now, granted here, they could get a knockout, which is going to put me in a bit of an awkward spot. If they're drawn into a Thunderous. Into a Tornadus, sorry. If they're drawn into a Tornadus here, it does put me in a bit of an awkward spot. Now, I could certainly recover from it. But it would have put me behind. But thankfully, this is game. Well played to my opponent. Recall, direct dive, and let's just get rid of the little dragon. That's game. And that is Unseen Depths crushing an event. Oh, there's my Empoleon, which actually was a bit scary. That was a prize card. But yeah, pretty easy event. Smooth sailings, pick up the win. And that's always very nice to see. Alright. Now at least I've got some trade material to finish up my Decidueye deck, which was kind of the whole reason I was doing this as well. But other than that, just showcasing the immense power that is Unseen Depths. And really, when you're playing this deck, please focus on identifying what your opponent's win cons are and dealing with those. Knock those out early, don't let them establish, and you should have a pretty easy game from there. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. That was a really fun, relaxing morning. And yeah, not bad, not bad. Some good 3 games. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Cheers. Enjoy.